Let's talk about Fred very quickly, because he comes into this one here today. He starts here alongside Casemiro in that midfield. They've always had great partnerships for Brazil as well, these two. And now that they are partners in Manchester United, and we come into this tournament with little to no preparation time, is that benefit as well that Fred knows how it's like as a great partner to Casemiro, and he's had that time in Manchester United.
It's a huge benefit. You know, I've been fortunate to work with some fantastic players, some great coaches. When you talk about defensively, your two centre-backs and the two midfielders in front of that, that's the most important area on the pitch defensively. If you give the ball away in there, if the number 10 gets in those pockets, gets in that space, in and around the box, and can attack your centre-backs, you're in trouble. So Fred and Casemiro, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, sitting in front, that's vital. That has to be the most solid position on the pitch. We were full-backs, you can get away with it from time to time. We've seen that with Trent Alexander-Arnold. You don't have to be the greatest defender to be a good full-back. But in that middle of midfield and the centre-backs, that little unit of four has to be absolutely magnificent if you're going to go on and win championships and win World Cups.
He does tend to play better for Brazil, Fred. I'm talking about Fred. He does tend to play
I think
better.
I'd play better for Brazil, if I'm honest.
But why do you think that is, Michelle? I mean, I think Fred's come under pretty decent scrutiny over the past couple of years. Maybe this season we're seeing a bit more out of him as well under Erik ten Hag. But with Brazil, he's always been very consistent, putting out good performances.
Well, I don't think the problem is that Man United hasn't been consistent in the last years. That's the real problem. Sometimes you need players around you. And Man United is not the perfect example in the last years as a team, to be honest. And that's the situation right now. I think they are coming back. I think Fred, I saw him the other day, and little by little, I see not a better Man United, but at least a more combative and with the clear ideas on the pitch, Man United. And of course, Fred is going to be one of the main players in there. If he can do the partnership with Casemiro, I think they're going to bring the balance that Man United needs in the middle. So it's not a matter only if he's more consistent with Brazil or Man United. It's a matter of where he plays and who is surrounded by. And in this case, Brazil. In Brazil, he's surrounded by the bunch of amazing players. I'm not saying that Man United players are bad. Don't get it wrong, but they are not right now in the last years that they haven't been in a
For me, the best signing for the last 5-10 years, Casemiro for Man United. And of course, Fred will. If you know your partner, this is so important. You know what his strengths, what his weakness, and he is the holder, yeah? And Fred is a little bit between. He can defend, but he can also play forward. And if you know Casemiro is next to me, that's fantastic. It's a great feeling for a player. You get much more confidence, and you see the performance from Fred going up better. So now it wasn't a surprise for me that he's starting.